It's your boy Willie Fool checking in, man. Westside's finest, man. Not just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Best.
My ex had told my cousin I'm a superstar. Cause all around.
All right, so we got the legendary Will the Fool jumping off the porch with us today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And how you feeling today, bro?
I'm feeling good. Feeling good. I can't complain, man.
Nah, for sure, man. Nah, I appreciate you coming by, man. And go ahead and introduce who you got sitting behind you today, too, man.
Man, it's one of my dogs from the hood, from the west side, Lil Greg. My dog Ace, self-paid, Mr. No Cuffin. I don't know if you're familiar with the song No Cuffin. It was like one of the biggest records like a while back.
Absolutely.
It's his dog right here. What's your name, dog? King.
Okay.
And it's big right here. Yeah.
For sure, man. Nah, that's what's good, man.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take it back to the west side, man.
All
So Will the Fool, growing up on the west side.
Yes, sir.
What were you into as a kid, man?
Man, same, the same stuff an average kid would be into, you know what I mean? Grew up in a home, pops, mom, you know what I mean, grandma, all that. But, as I got older, pops passed away, you know what I mean, grandma passed away, so, had to do what I had to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So how old were you, would you say, when you jumped off the porch then?
I say, probably I got money early, bruh. So I don't know, probably like 17, 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what inspired you to first start making beats at first then?
Man, really, I was doing music, like, my grandma had me doing music like when I was like 6. So she kind of like, I didn't really understand what she was doing at the time. So she pretty much forced me to do it. So I had to learn like that, music theory and all that stuff like that. So I was playing all type of instruments and, just being in different, like, how can I say, like, aspects of music. Not just hip hop, like I was doing jazz, all this type of stuff. So, I got introduced to different genres of music at an early age. So I say by the time I turned 16, I started to like venture over into producing hip hop.
Okay.
So I say about 16 years old.
Were you using hardware or were you using software at the time?
Man, software.
Okay.
Yep.
Start off on Fruity Loops or what you were using?
Yeah, Fredo Loops, yeah.
Okay.
FL, for sure. That's pretty much the only thing, we knew at the time. Like, we in school and we couldn't use the computer like, they tell us, don't put that, on the computers, but we doing it anyway. So, that was pretty much the generic one to go to, the go-to program.
Yeah.
So.
Did they have YouTube tutorials back then, or how'd you learn how to work the programs and everything?
Man, pretty much I had a partner that showed me. So he ended up showing me how to do it. And then I eventually ended up catching on and I ventured over into other programs, so,
Okay, what else were you using there?
Reason.
Okay.
Studio One, like that, yeah.
So what were these early beats sounded like? Like, were you mimicking other producers or?
Look, I ain't gonna lie. Zaytoven was like the inspiration at the time. Out of high school, Zaytoven was the only thing killing right, like in the game, like Gucci, like, just being able to like look at him and just hear like anything new that's coming out. Cause we always would go to like the Underground Atlanta. I don't know if you're familiar with Underground, but Underground Atlanta was like at the time it was like the music mecca pretty much. That's where you would go buy your mixtape CDs, or that's where you would go to get like all the like update on anything new that's coming out.
Yeah.
So we would get like all the DJ Screams, mixtapes, and Gucci had a whole bunch of them shit. So we would go, we would just go down there and get them. Like me and my brother, we would go down there and get them. So Zaytoven was just up and down from 1 to 20, whatever it is. He doing everything. So, he inspired me a whole lot, and being able to work with him now, like, and being able to call him like, bro, woo, it's a life changer, bro. Like,
that's a major blessing.
Just being able to see how far I came from listening to him to be able to like get in the studio with him and really put some stuff together, It's a life changer, bro. Like, hard work really pay off for real.
No, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
So who were like some of the first rappers to jump on your beats, even if they were just local,
Bruh,
or even like people you were in school?
I'm gonna tell you, like, man, I believe we could do a movie, bro, for real. Like, I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm from Bankhead, the West Side, right? It was not that many producers on my side of town, like, to really, you could come to their house, get a beat, record, get it mixed down, and walk away, you know what I mean, with a finished product. It was probably me and DJ Plug, because me and DJ Plug's classmates.
Yeah.
You know, we went to school together, so it was me, DJ Plug, maybe 1 or 2 more people, but you weren't really in Mercy. I don't know if you're familiar with Mercy, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, shoot, but on the West Side though, you know, it wasn't too many people, like, it was just me and Plug. So if you couldn't go to Plug, you hit me up. So that's what I did. I started getting my name out like that, like in my hood. So I'm like, hey, bro, you know, shoot, come get a beat. I ain't charging you or nothing, just come get one.
Oh, but really? You're just giving away, huh?
Yeah, I'm giving them away. So I'm gonna charge you to record though, but come get a beat. So that's how I'm getting my game up, my craft up by, you know what I mean, like just giving my beats out. Oh, hey, you know, you got a hook or something? Like, so I'm building up my you know, making my sound, developing my sound that way. So I'm making like beats for all the local artists in the hood. Like, you know, the Rich Kids at the time.
Okay.
Rich Kids at the time. Johnny Cinco at the time.
Yep.
Well, they had that group, Yaki and Five, the Helicopter. So you you up on, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, bruh, I ain't gonna lie. All the artists, pretty much 90% of the artists that, you know, that are out today from Atlanta, been in my house. Rollo, Future, Big Bank would even slide to the house and grab a CD, you know what I mean, for some beat, you know, some beats or whatever. Man, everybody was coming to my crib, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like, could make a movie out of that, bro. Like, I got a whole roster of people that's like A-list artists right now that would come to my crib, you know what I mean?
So it was just your bedroom? Was that the studio room, or how was it set up at that
First,
house?
it was like, cause my house was like 2 layers, so you would have to go outside to go downstairs. You couldn't just go downstairs inside the house. So it started off at the top, but then I ended up moving it down to the bottom because I had so much traffic coming. Like, man, I'm waking up, man, my phone, like, man, off the meat rack, like, so many people calling, bro. I ain't really get no sleep because people wanted to record so much, you know what I mean? So I had everybody coming. Rocco would come to the come to the house and grab a CD. Like, they would all come and record, like, all come get beats from me, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So how'd you get your producer tag? That infamous Willa fool.
Man, this fool right here, right? We in the studio. We in the studio. And man, he just like, man, he like, bro, you need to make you a tag. I'm like, bro, I ain't about to make no tag. You know what I mean? He like, man, just try it. He like, just try it. So I ended up making one. So I ended up having the one, you know, the William at first, but then I don't know what just I don't know. I think my other partner Charlie, he told me to make another one because people can't really like figure out who that is, that first tag. So I had changed it to the one I got now.
Okay.
So yeah, to make it a little bit more noticeable, like, so when people hear it, like, oh, okay, I can find him on YouTube, or, you know what I mean?
So you've been running with that one for a while, like,
Right.
what, over 10 years now?
Right.
That's wild, man.
Right.
And so Cinco's the one that actually brought Future to you?
Right, yeah. Man, Five would come to the house like, shoot, he had like some hot wings or something. We eating, and you know, he was really like, I say Johnny Cinco was pretty much the one that I developed my sound a lot more with him, because he would come and he would give me different hooks. But he was more so like hands-on than any other artist that I dealt with. Even the A-list artists, like, he was more like hands-on. Like, he would tell me what to put in this, put this in. You know, I hear this, I hear that. So we would pretty much develop a song from nothing, you know what I mean, from 0 to 100. So he was pretty much more like the more hands-on, more interactive. You know, like, I get in the studio with Future, like, I don't know, it's probably just so much of the chemistry we had, you know, we ain't really had to talk much for real. Like, I'm coming in, he play a beat, the song done in like 5-10 minutes.
Oh, shit.
So like, we got hundreds of songs like done in probably less than a week or so, you know what I mean? So, you know, but Cinco, we was pretty much like, he was pretty much more hands-on, like more interacting. Like, he would tell me like, okay, this is what I'm feeling today. Or, you know, Will, I want you to, he would push me to my limit. Like, he would you know, make me do things I normally wouldn't do, you know, production wise, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but Five, man, we did a lot of work. Like we had a lot of hits, like in the street, for real.
No,
and we had this song called "Ask Your Hoe About Me."
That's the one that Future jumped on, right?
Right. So he came to me with that hook. So I ended up making the beat. You know what I mean? And I think he went to the Figure 8 and played it. I'm not too sure. But then he was like, bruh, this is way before any Future, anything. Like, we still ain't got no money, no nothing. We still broke as hell. You feel me? So he like, bruh, I gotta get Future on this. But at the time, I'm like, who the hell is that? You know what I mean? Who is
this
Future?
Was before Racks,
this
right?
This is way before Racks, way before 1,000, way before all this, right? This is way before this. Like, bro was really, you know what I mean? We was really like, really trying to get it out the mud for real. Like we was getting it out the mud for real. So he like, bro, I'm gonna get Future on this. But at the time, like, I didn't know who he was. So he brought Future to the crib. Future, he heard the song, he's like, bro, I gotta get on this shit. I gotta get on this shit. So he came to the crib and recorded it. And that's how I ended up developing a relationship with Future at the time, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So what'd you think of Future's music back then? Because, like you said, you didn't know who he was, and his style was so different at the time.
I didn't know any of his music at the time. But when I heard, I think it was the first song I heard was "Notice Me," and I really liked that song because it was really going in the club, like in the streets, just period. It was just going crazy. So I didn't at the time really hear too much of his music. I guess due to the fact that, you know, the internet and everything else. And I just wasn't really going out so much because I had so much work, like, so many people calling my phone, like I'm always in the studio. So the time I did go out, you know, I did hear something. You know, that's what I heard, the Notice Me song.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So recording Dirty Sprite, did you guys know, like, this is gonna be for the project? Or were you guys just stacking the songs at that time?
Bro, that was a crazy, process. Bro was, I'm talking about lead everywhere, like, but it was a lot of drugs, bro, like, I think that was just high music, bro. You know, it was a high time, bro, for real. We ended up connecting after he recorded the song, and shoot, we was just communicating every day, you know, pulling up to the studio, just recording. I didn't necessarily know that the songs that he picked was gonna be on there, but shoot, you know.
Nah, it did what it did, man.
Yeah, man, what? I didn't even expect, like, I guess because I was so much on the inside, you know, just basically on the inside of the storm, I didn't really have, like, I'm still having an issue with that today, like, you know, like, just being able to, like, just deal with these people, like, personally. I don't see the actual aftermath, like the how can you say it, like the actual damage it does, like when a person is on the outside looking in. Mm-hmm. So I still have like a little bit of, you know, difficulty with that, you know, because I'm so focused on dealing with these people on a regular, so I don't see what these other people seeing on the outside. Yeah.
Nah, definitely, man. Mm-hmm. So what was it like kind of just watching, you know, Dirty Sprite take off as it did? Because it had not only the internet going crazy, but the whole city of Atlanta was turned up with that shit.
Everywhere you went, you couldn't go to no club. You couldn't go to a club in Atlanta and not hear Future. From, like, Future was playing the whole night. You couldn't go to, you didn't hear a car. You know what I mean? Every car was playing. It was like I don't know what you call it, like a pandemic or whatever you want to call it. Like we really started a whole wave, bruh. And I didn't really understand that until after that. So, like, I'm telling you, like, everybody, like Dirty Sprite, everybody had lean, bro. Everybody was drinking lean. Everybody was getting high. Everybody was doing some of everything. You know, that, like I said, that was just some high music, bro. Like, everybody was just, I don't know, man. It kind of scared me a little bit. It kind of scared me a little bit, man. Everybody wanted to be like Future, bro. Yeah. Everybody wanted to be free bands. Like, everybody just, I don't know what he did. I don't know what the music, I don't know what people, it was just like everybody was in a trance. Like, everybody was just hypnotized. Yeah. Like, he had everybody, like, locked in. You know what I mean? And I honestly could say like, man, he told everybody to just jump off a bridge. Everybody would have jumped off, bro. Like for real.
Thankfully, he didn't say that.
Like, yeah, you know what I mean? He didn't say that, but I'm just saying like that was the level of like how he had the public, how he had the
he had that influence,
like,
that
like
impact.
He could say anything and they would just do it.
Yo, so how did Tony Montana get created?
Man, he was so high, bro. he was so geek, bro. Man, I can't even explain it, bro. Like when you go, like, have you ever been in a session with bro?
Not in the
like,
studio.
bro, I gotta take you, bro. Like the process, like his process is different now, but like when he hear a beat, bro, he don't stop until the record is done, bro. And sometimes, you know, he'll have like your little patches here, but for the most part, bro, he don't stop until the record is done. Like, and the record will be done in like 5-10 minutes, bro. Like, the man is like a machine, pretty much like me. That's how I do in the studio. Like, it don't take me long to make no beat, like 5-10 minutes, and I'm on to the next. Like, I get in those modes to where like it's like a hunger. Like I'm trying to, I don't know. It's just a creative thing, like up here, like that I go through. You know, in my process. But the Tony Montana, that record, man, he just went in on it. I can't even really explain it. Like he just went, like how he records, bro, is just, it's gonna blow your mind, bro. Like you go in there, bro, like he really, I don't know, he get in this little mode and he just don't stop, bro. Like he ain't stopping. Like he'll record in the next, like when you walk out the studio, it be the next day. And he's still up. Like, bro, I'm going home, bro. I'm going home, dog. I'm going home. Cause I done did it so much, I'm going home, bro. Yeah.
So what'd you think of the record when it was finally done? Cause I remember when it dropped online, it was pretty split. People either loved it or they hated it because it was so repetitive.
Right. Man, I'm gonna say this, shoot, here in Atlanta, like it was the top record at the time. The radio, people on the radio was playing that shit back to back. When he dropped it, they played that shit back to back. Like I said, like the wave we started, it pretty much like had people fucked up. Like they was fucked up. Like I don't know, man. He was injecting these people with something, man. The music was like some type of heroin or something. I don't know, man. Like I don't know, it was scary, bro, to see people like react the way to that music. It was and for me to be like a big part of that era at the time, like that shit scared the hell out of me, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Didn't Drake end up on the remix to it too?
Yeah, Drake.
And this was before Drake was Drake.
Drake actually, that was the official version of the song. So they didn't do a remix. That was the official version of the song when he hopped on it. But I guess, I don't know, what happened with the video and all of that. After that, it just became like, I don't know. This thing was just moving so fast at that point.
Yeah, I always fucked with the song Deeper Than the Ocean, man.
Right.
Because it was like so different at the time, man.
Right.
What were you going through when you made that beat first?
Man, I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. At the time, like people like don't really understand like how this music industry works and how like I was still like at the bottom at the time, but you know like due to how you get paid and everything like that, you know all of that takes time and that's a process. Yeah. So when people hearing all of this stuff, like I was still like in that mind frame, I'm still at the bottom, like so I'm like making like some of the best shit at the time, and on top of that I had like a lot of obstacles I was going through personally. So I guess, you know what I mean, I was making like a lot of pain music, you know, like I was just producing a lot of pain stuff, so. Yeah.
Were you cooking these beats up on the spot for them or were you already having them ready?
At the time, I would do some on the spot, and I would, most of them I had them on the fly. I would, you know, he would already have them ready to go, you know what I mean? And like I said, like the chemistry we had, bro, it wasn't even really much talking, bro. Like we was talking, you know, we interacting and everything, but it's like when we get in that studio and I play a beat for him, it's like
it's work time.
It's like and we not even talking, and people looking at us like, man, what the fuck wrong with these? They ain't even talking, like, he just, you know what I mean? But I don't know, I guess it's just the chemistry we got. Like, we ain't even gotta talk for real. Like, y'all gonna hear, like, we gonna speak through this.
Yeah. Do you have a personal favorite song that you and Pluto did?
My Savages.
I was gonna say that's probably my favorite one too.
Yeah, that shit still going. Like when you turn that on, everybody, it's like it's a whole new song. It's like one of those songs that just never dies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you go to the club, man, it go up. And I've been in different states and heard it, and they react to it the same way, if not bigger. You know what I mean? It's a big reaction. So just to be able to go hundreds of miles away from my state to hear it in another state, and they had the same reaction, if not a big one, man, it just lets you know how powerful like that era was, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like it's powerful, dog. Like we was making some real powerful music, and it took a while for me to really understand and look at it and be like, man, you know what I mean? Like we really did something like that. Like,
yeah. I know one thing a lot of producers struggle with is when do I need to get like management and a lawyer? So at what point did you realize, all right, I need to get some representation for myself now?
I honestly say, man, to up and coming producers, bro, like learn the music business. You know, you don't necessarily have to have a manager. Like I didn't have a manager. I ran into all these people, like even now with Rodway, all these people, bro, they all hit me up on my phone. So I didn't have no manager connecting anything for me. It was basically, I built my name up, I marketed myself, and I have a huge respect in the industry. So, you know, I could go to LA or, you know, go in the office and they know my name and they have respect for me. So, you know, you build your name up in the game and you do good business, man, and you're not no asshole, no Hollywood motherfucker, man. It's gonna take you a long way, you know, just because a lot of these guys, man, rappers and producers, man, they get a hit and they think they all that. Mm-hmm. But shit, the industry and these people, these A&Rs and these people that give you these deals, they don't care about what you did. They want to know what you're doing now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So you know, to have an arrogant attitude and be Hollywood, man, that don't take you nowhere. It don't get you nowhere. So, you know, I always stay humble and, you know, I always keep good relationships with all the artists that I deal with, you know, so to have a lawyer, like I say to get a lawyer, you know, if you're doing a big deal and it's like worth millions of dollars, then you need a lawyer, you need legal representation. But for the small stuff like placing a record on an album, you don't really necessarily need a lawyer to really look over something that's standard. You know what I mean? You can educate yourself, you know, that's the main thing, educate yourself. Producer, artist, songwriter, whoever, just, you know, read, you know, and ask or, you know, develop relationships with people that have the expertise in this game, you know, and get the knowledge from them. Take them out to eat, learn something, you know what I mean? So that's what I did. I got mentors. So Mr. Hunter, he's my mentor. So at the Mr. Willie Hunter, he's my mentor. He's my business partner too. So I ended up learning the game at an early age because like all this stuff happened to me when I was like 17, 18 years old. So I'm so young and all this stuff happening so fast, and for me to really process everything at a young age was kind of hard. It was very hard for me to process. And to be making money like that, like, it was hard for me, bro, like, to be young like that. So I had to have somebody older to really, like, keep me grounded and teach me, you know what I mean? So you know, he's my business partner, Mr. Willie Hunter. Yeah. I ended up learning the game from him, but I ain't need no manager. I feel like, it's free money in the beginning. They getting free money off you in the beginning. Like a manager only should come in, this is my opinion, when things are really too much for the actual person to handle. Like when things get too big for you, then you need somebody that you can really trust in your corner that can help you with that. Yeah. But other than that, stuff that you can really handle that's really all in your control, you don't need nobody. You just need to know the game. Yeah.
Was it easy for you to hit up the artists? Like, all right, this is what I need for the beats then.
To hit up the artists?
Because a lot of this stuff was coming out on mixtapes, man. So it wasn't, you know, it wasn't no streaming services.
Right. Yeah. At the time,
most of these artists weren't signed at the time.
Yeah, and that was a time like that really showed him like who was really gonna make the hits and who wasn't. Cause shoot, it was like you said, it was no streaming at all. So you can't really depend on Like now you don't even have to have a hit on the radio to make $20,000-$30,000 a quarter, or $40,000 a quarter, whatever. You really had to make a hit back then. So we was really making hits on the radio. So, you know, you really had to really do it, you know. But now I really had to understand like how Zaytoven came up, him and Gucci Mane. Like you stick with a producer, an artist. That's how you really gonna really generate that revenue that you want at that time. But now, like, you can make 2 songs on Durk shit and
you out of here.
You straight.
You out of here.
You good. You ain't gotta worry. You can sit back and be happy for the whole 4-5 years. You can sit back and be, you know, do whatever you want, travel, whatever. But not, at that time, you really had to make songs. Like them shits had to be on the radio for it to really make sense for you.
Nah, definitely, man. Absolutely. So did you lock in with Scooter through Future, or how did you meet Scooter?
And I ended up meeting him at the same time.
Okay.
We was actually in Studio Lab the other day. Me, him, and No Cap, we was actually working on some stuff.
Oh, shit.
Like 2-3 days ago. So I ended up meeting Scooter through, you know, at the same time.
Yeah. Scooter, man, if he ever took this shit serious like 100%, he'd be out of here, man.
Right, bro. Right. I ain't never really had that talk with him like that. I ain't never really just talked to him like that, but for real.
'Cause he's got so many hits, man.
He got a lot. Shoot, we was, like I said, we was cooking on some shit the other day. You know what I mean? But I don't know what he doing. I caught him earlier, but I don't know what he doing. I'm gonna see. Cause we really, like you said, we really need to make that happen for real.
No, definitely.
Cause he got the platform, he got the fans.
Oh yeah.
So all he gotta do is just put it out.
Real shit. So K-Camp cut her off, man.
Right.
What was the creative process in this one?
Man, I hit him up on the internet. We had met each other before, but we really didn't like exchange numbers or none of that. So I hit him up on
What, Twitter probably?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit him up on Twitter. 'Cause at the time, I don't think Instagram was really doing nothing like that. It was still new at the time. So I hit him up, and I sent the beat to him. I sent him a few beats, but I think what he had out that time? At the time, I think Money Baby, I believe, was going. And I sent him the beat. I didn't even really get in the studio with him. And then he sent it back to me. And he sent the song back. And next thing you know, that shit was everywhere. Like, it was everywhere. It didn't even take a month, I don't think. It
was a
took
huge hit,
30
man.
days, for real. So, that was it, pretty much. I sent the beat to him, boom, it was over. I didn't even, bruh, I don't know, man. I guess it's just the time, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
As soon as I gave him that beat, bruh, he sent it back to me. It was over with. It was a wrap.
You worked with Doe B early on. Did he reach out to
Right.
you, or how did that come about?
Right. I was doing a lot of work with Alley Boy at the time.
Okay.
That's my dog, man. That's my dog, bruh. That's my dog. Big Bank, both of them, bruh. I was working with them right around the same time with Future, because when I was doing a lot of work for him, for Future, everybody wanted to get a beat from me.
Oh, I'm sure.
So man, Grade A was Alley Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Shout out to Grade A, man.
Yeah, so shout out to Grade A. I don't know where he at. Shout out to Grade A, man. Grade A was like, bruh, I gotta introduce you to somebody, man. You know, he from my hometown, bro. You need to lock in with him. I'm like, no, shoot. I put it together. He said, I'm finna put him on the phone right now. That's how I ended up linking with Doe B. Grade A. Shout out to Grade A, man.
Yeah. Did you ever get in the studio with Doe?
Yeah, I did. We ended up doing some stuff on this, what's the project? Trap Life?
Trap Life, yeah.
Yeah, that's when we was doing a lot of work then. And after that, he started blowing up. So you know how it is when a person, they getting big, they all over the place. So we kept in touch a lot up until what was the last album he did for? He passed. I think it was right before the last album.
The Baby
did.
Jesus?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yep. I ended up seeing him at Dark Studios, and we was chopping it up and put some stuff together. And he passed right after that. Yeah.
Long live Doe, man.
Sure.
He was on his way to be one of the greatest, man.
For sure. Very talented dude, man.
Yeah.
Gone too soon, bro.
Absolutely. One of my favorite records is yours is that Lucci Heartless with Rick Ross.
Oh yeah. Man, shout out to Luke, bro. He was doing a lot of work with Cinco, so we ended up linking together, around that time because I was doing a lot of Cinco work. So a lot of, they want some of that heat too. So come on, get it, like, But that process was pretty much the same. Like, we all over the place. I'm all over the place. He all over the place. So I ended up sending it to him.
Okay.
I ended up sending it to him, and shoot, that was it.
This shit was a hit, man.
Right. Right. And I'm not like physically in there, so I'm sending it to him. Boom. Send it back. Next thing you know, it's over with. Yeah. That shit still playing on the radio to this day. Like, you go in the club and hear it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you like
that's timeless music right there, man.
You know what I mean? So that's my goal. Like when I'm my process, man. Like when I'm in the studio, I want to be able to make something that's gonna last forever, bro. That's my mindset. Every time I create, I want to be able to, like, I want every last one of these need to be like, you know what I mean? The ones that's you gonna hear for the rest of your life. Like,
yeah.
That's my goal. That's my aim. That's how I create.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. You work with a lot of Chicago artists. Of course, everyone knows Durk, but you also work with Fredo and Chief Keef, man. How'd that all come about?
How did I end up linking with Chief Keef? SD. I don't know if you're familiar.
Oh yeah, SD. He was
right?
hard, man.
Okay, SD. He lives here now.
Yeah.
Yeah, SD lives here now. And I guess they didn't want him to like be, tucking me like that, so they hit me up. And they all hit me up, and shoot, that's how I ended up linking with all of them. They all like these guys. They all hit me up directly. So.
Okay. Did you get in the studio with Keef and Fredo, or was that something you just emailed to him?
I think not Keef. I think I've been in with Fredo a couple times. Yep. Yeah. But not Keef. Keef was all over. He was all over the place. Like at that time when he dropped, like
he was everywhere.
He was everywhere. Like you couldn't really, you know what I mean? You couldn't really get a handshake from Keef. He was all over the place. He was getting booked like crazy. So it was a hard time to really just get him confined. Like sit right here. Like nah, he getting booked.
So when did you start to build this relationship with Durk, man?
DJ Bands, he I think, did Durk move to LA first? I'm not sure. But I know when he came here, he was here for good. And Bands hit me up, he was like, bro, we here, like, bro he wanna get in with you. He wanna lock in. So we ended up meeting at Main Street Studios.
Okay.
And that was it. That was some years ago. That was probably maybe 7 years ago?
Oh shit.
I've been knowing him for a while, so it's been about 7 years maybe. Mm-hmm. And we ended up doing, what was that? Sign to the Streets, I think. Mm-hmm. That was the first actual song we did together, I think. And we just locked in. We stayed in touch. Me and Durk, got numbers and stuff. And Josh, Turn Me Up Josh.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so we was all like, Josh was pretty much like doing all his engineering. Mm-hmm. So when I met Josh, he was here strictly just to do that, but he ended up converting that over into, making beats and producing. So, we was all like together, and, he was making beats for Durk, and shoot, I was helping him out for a little while too. Yeah. And the rest is it, bro. You know what I mean? Shoot,
now Durk's out of here now.
Nothing but heat made,
Yeah, that's wild right there.
I was actually with him last night. We was in the studio last night.
Oh shit.
Yep, working on that album, bro. We got some covers on there. We put some cold shit together.
Oh, that's gonna be major right there.
Some cold shit, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So what's your creative process like now?
Man, now I gotta make as many as I can, like
to keep up with that demand.
To keep up with the demand, because, bro, like it be hard, like, and some artists don't understand. Like I be so burnt out sometimes because I have to make. Like, my boy Johnny C. like, that's my dog. That's my dog. Shout out to Johnny C, bro. Like, we'll get in, and sometimes I be so burnt out, like, making a beat for him, you know what I mean? Man, and it just, I don't know, I just have to make as many as I can, bro. But he gives me that, Johnny C, he gives me that feel that Cinco gave me years ago. You know what I mean? He'd get in there, he'd interact with me, boo, 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 boo. This what I want, this what I want. You know, so it get me back in that mode. You know, when I'm having those like dry moments to where I don't want to make none or I'm burnt out, he get me back into that mode to where it's like, okay, you know. It's like a burst of inspiration, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what's been some of your keys to, remaining relevant in this industry for over 10 years?
Man, like,
because that's really hard to do, man.
Right, man. You just got, like I said, man, you just gotta, a lot of these guys, producers, they introverts. They don't want to talk to people. They don't like to talk to people. They don't like, they get a hit, they get posted up. You know what I mean? They act like they just, like, bro, you got one hit. Like, sit down, like, somewhere, bro. Like, calm down. You know what I mean? Like, bro, relax. It's one hit. Like, nobody cares for real. You know, once you start making 2 and 3, then they're gonna pay attention. You start making more, then they're gonna give you your respect. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You just got this one right now, but when this wave over, nobody gonna care. You know what I mean? You just relax. You know, you gotta be humble, man, and you know, just network, build relationships, just be a cool person, you know what I mean? And you wanna be rememberable. You want people to remember you. You know, and remember good things. You know what I mean? Oh, okay, he a good dude, like, you know. Cause people have like this first impression on people who are famous and have levels of fame, they already think we assholes. So they already feel like, he about to do some bullshit, or he, you know. People already had that first impression of us, like they already perceive us as being like assholes or somebody that's Hollywood, you know. So you wanna be a good, humble person and work hard and build up, you know, build your name up, build that catalog up that, you know, people gonna respect, you know. And I'm just thankful to even have, like, you know, the opportunities I had and still have, you know what I mean? And that's why people, I'm guessing still, you know, they hit me up directly. Like, I don't even want to talk to nobody. I want to talk to Will.
Yeah,
like,
no
I'm gonna hit
man.
Will up, man. I don't want to go through nobody. You know, I wanna hit Will up, bro. I'm gonna hit Will, see what Will talk about. So I guess, you know, me just being who I am, you know what I mean, and just being able to just give people what they want, and give, like, just being able to just have like Rod Wave, like, we have direct relationship. Like, he'll hit me up, I text him, he texts me, however we call, whatever, you know, to be able to just have that relationship. He hit me up like, bro, I need some of that shit you get. You know what I mean? So, you know, shoot, you just gotta work hard, bro, and people gonna respect that. No matter who, I don't care who they are, bro. If they like it, they're gonna get to you to get what they like. Yeah. So I just encourage like hard work. You know, you work hard, man, and you're not no asshole. You know, people gonna respect that. People are gonna gravitate towards that. And, you know, you do good business with people. Mm-hmm. Just do good business, man, and don't be no asshole, man. Just keep it 1,000 and just be humble. You know what I mean? Like nephew, that's my dog, bro. Like, he one of the most humble dudes, like, that I ran across in this game, bro. Like, when I first met him, bro. When I first met him, man, this man had 50,000 in the float and he was leaned out, bro. I don't know if he told you. Nah. Like, the first day I meet nephew, bro, it's 50,000 on the float and he leaned out like he sleep. I'm like, man, this man got $50,000 of cash on the floor and he sleep. And this is the first time I meet you, bro. You don't even know me, you know what I mean? But I ain't even that type of person to do no dumb shit like that, man, cause shit, we gonna get it out of the mud at the end of the day. But, man, nephew, one of the most realest niggas I know. Like, he'll put me in the room with anybody, you know what I mean, give me any type of game, you know what I mean? He'll tell, like, he not one of those yes men. He gonna tell you what it is. He gonna tell you, Will, you fucking up. Nah, you doing some bullshit, Will. Nah, he he real when at the end of the day when it comes to that. I feel like money or no money, like he gonna still be who he is. Yeah. And that's, you know, like that's another thing too. A lot of these people, they get in these positions and, you know, they be on so they change. Like, why? You know what I mean? So I just say, man, just be humble, man, and work hard. Yeah. That's gonna take you very far.
No, that's some solid advice right there, man.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask about this recent IG post you threw up, man. You said, this music shit, not even fun anymore.
Bruh, it's not.
What changed, man? Why isn't it fun anymore?
Man, the beef. Like the beef, it's a lot of beef. And shoot, you taking a risk just getting in the studio with them. Like, man, shoot. Like I said, name a studio in Atlanta that don't have a bullet hole in it. Like, man, all these studios in the city, they got at least one or half a bullet in that motherfucker. Like they do, man. Like, man, I ain't even gonna speak on it. It's been some situations I've seen in the studio and shit get crazy. Like, I ain't even gonna speak on it, but studio's supposed to be a safe zone where you wanna let out certain things that you have on your mind. You know, you may be feeling a certain way, man, I'm gonna go to the studio and I'm gonna get this off my mind. The studio is not a war zone. Like, you know, we go play Call of Duty online. Like, this shit like Call of Duty in real life. Like, man, we supposed to be in here recording and making music. Like, it's just like, and then just being able to like just seeing like all the artists passing, like Dolph, man, just seeing like Durk, just, you know, he just lost, you know, a lot of people, bro. Like that shit, and it's not really, I don't know, how can I say it? Is that really, do you really attach that to the rap, or is the media attaching that to the rap?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. That could go.
So, you know, but Durk, you know, he's a rapper, so, you know, I guess they're gonna attach it to him. You know what I mean? But that had nothing to do with no rap shit. I don't know. But with Dolph and all of that, like, it's crazy, bro. Like, it's crazy. Just being like going to the studio and thinking, man, you got a strap, bro? Like, like my dog asked me all the time, well, you got your strap on? Yeah, for sure. You know, cause you gotta be, like, it's sad that you have to be in a setting like that and have to be ready for some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just not fun in that way. Cause shoot, I'm used to pulling up to the studio, enjoying the moment. Like, I don't even stay in the studio long now. Like, I pull up to the studio maybe 30, 40 minutes, an hour maybe. If I'm having to stand around, I'm not finna stand around. I ain't doing that. If I'm not working, I ain't gonna be that long.
Yeah. So
it ain't fun, bro. It's taking the fun. The beef has taken the fun out of this shit, and it just, I don't know. Nobody wants to. I don't know. Is it pride? Is it ego? What is it? Like, I don't know. I think it is. That's what I think it is. Pride, bro. People's pride in a way, and it's a lot at stake. You know what I mean? People got families and shit, kids and shit. I think niggas should just, you know, agree to disagree.
Yeah.
And put that shit to the side. Okay, you know, I don't fuck with you, but, you know, we got kids. You know what I mean? We both got shit to lose. So you stay over there, I'm stay over here. Just don't fuck with me, I ain't gonna fuck with you. You know, I think people just need to have them conversations, bro, and I don't think them conversations is being had.
Yeah, we lost too many good ones.
Yeah, too many, bro. Like, too many. And I think, and a lot of it is over hate too. You know, hate, jealousy, envy. People envy, you know, people close to you, you know, they get envious, man, and they feel like you shouldn't be in that position. But who's to say that they shouldn't be in that position? Like, if you work just as hard as he did, you can be there too. You know, and people feel like they don't have that ability, bro. And it's sad, bro, for the mentality of people. You know what I mean? I think pride, ego, hate, envy, all of that is all in one, and it's just, people just confused, bro. And it's a lot of shit. We can go on and on about that.
No, that's real.
But it's just sad that I have to, like, shit, I gotta have a chopper in the trunk and my pistol on me to just be at the studio just in case the situation get out of hand. I got a bigger gun for it. The bigger the problem, the bigger the gun. So it's just sad to even have to be in that mind frame when I'm going to a place that I love to be in. Mm-hmm. So that's why I said that.
No, that's understandable, man. All right, so what's next for Willa Fool, man? I know you probably can't even talk about upcoming placements because you don't even know if they're ever going to come out.
Right. I've been working on this Roddy album. Roddy Rich is supposed to be coming out on what, the 17th?
17th, right? Yep.
Yep. I'm working on Durk's new album right now. I'm working on Rod's new album right now. I just linked in with No Cap. I literally just met him the other day.
Really?
You know what I mean? We put some shit together. I got these guys back here, right? You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get them back on the assembly line, man. They been out of commission. My boy Big, he back there. He doing his thing too. Johnny C, man, he not here right now. But shouts out to Johnny C. That's my dog. And I'm really trying to like put something together like with I don't want a whole lot of producers. I want like 1 or 2 that I could really just get my hands on. I haven't found them yet though. I got one that I'm working with right now, but I need like 2 more that I really wanna just put, you know what I mean? Just grab them like this and just, however, like if you got somebody, like we could just put it together like boom. You know, I got a whole, you know, network of artists that I deal with, so it's gonna be easy to place records, you know what I mean? I just wanna be able to build a couple more producers, you know what I mean? And just really just have them under my wing in a way. Not even just saying like on some legal stuff, like contract wise, like to just be like a mentor to them. Really showing the game and really just, you know what I mean, like mold them.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I dig that. Yeah, shout out you like to give before we wrap it up here, Will?
Man, shouts out to my team, Willa Fool Music. Shouts out to these guys back here. Hey, shouts out to you, man. Shouts out to Dirty Glove, man. We off the porch, dog. Shouts out to all the artists that I'm working with right now, up and coming, and that's already there. Shouts out to everybody. Shouts out to everybody.
My ex had told my cousin I'm a superstar, 'cause all around the world they know who we are.